What's up, YouTube? This is Grayman47 coming right back at you with another video. And in this one, I'm going to share with you my EDC, or everyday carry. So I'm going to talk about all the things that I carry on me when I leave the house each day. So let's get right into it. The first thing that I carry is a cell phone, and I think that every man, woman, and child today in 2021 owns a cell phone. So I do carry a cell phone every day, and I'm an Apple guy, an iPhone guy, so that's what I have. I've always carried iPhones as long as I can remember, and I'm very comfortable with them, and I will keep doing that. And when the new versions come out, I typically opt for the smaller version just because I carry so many other things. I don't need a really large phone in my pocket as well. The next thing I'll share in my system is my wallet. I love this wallet because of the size of it. As you can see, it's about the size of a credit card. Obviously, it's a little thicker because of the number of cards that I have in it. I think it holds 12 or 13 cards, and it's made, the outside shell is made of carbon fiber, and then it also has the RFID metal slots in the interior of the shell itself. So this protects your card from being scanned or just being damaged by different waves. So this is a really cool wallet, and it also has a cash clip on the back. I just slide my cash up underneath and throw it in my pocket, and it pretty much disappears. I think that's a big upgrade from the bifold wallet that I typically carry. The next thing I always carry is a folding knife, and in this case I carry this one quite often. This one's made by Zero Tolerance, so it's a ZT350TS, and the TS stands for Tiger Stripe, as you can see by the blade. I love this knife. It's pretty much a heavy-duty knife. It's built like a tank. It is a little heavier than some of the other knives that I do carry, but it's a fantastic knife. I think I got this knife for $150 or so. Like I said, really good knife. And for those of you that are steel junkies or steel snobs, this knife is in SV30 or S30V steel, so a pretty good steel. Nice sharp blade right out of the box. A lot of people ask me, do I carry a folding knife for a defensive tool? And my answer to that is no. I carry this knife or any other folding knife that I have for cutting tasks, opening things. You could use it in an emergency where you needed to cut a seat belt or something like that, but I typically don't intend on using this as a defensive tool. Could I use it at a last minute emergency? Absolutely, but that's not my first intent. The next knife that I have, I carry this periodically if I do want to carry a knife that's defensive, and that is the K-Bar TDI. And this knife has a polymer sheath and an oversized clip to clip onto your belt, and you can just deploy the knife by pulling it out. It has a short, sharp blade. My knife that I selected is the one with the serrated blade as opposed to the plain edge blade. It can be deployed in a number of different ways for a defensive tool. So if you're looking for something that's defensive, the K-Bar TDI is a good option. Alright, so the next thing in my system is my actual rig, my firearm, and I do carry this firearm in a Kydex holster made by Bear Arms. I really like this holster. Like I said, it's Kydex, very sturdy, well made. I think I paid $110 for this online at Bear Holster's website. This holster was actually made for this particular firearm. It was one of the customs where you pick the firearm and what you're running on it, and then they make the holster based on that. And it's basically custom for the light that I'm running on here, the specific light that I'm running, as well as the optic cut for the optic that I'm also running on this firearm. So if I pull this firearm out, it is unloaded. As you can see, nothing in the chamber, nothing in the magazine, so it's safe. All right, this firearm is the Sig Sauger P320x Compact. And this firearm, I think, is one of my all-time, it is my all-time favorite concealed carry firearm. I've been carrying since I think 1997 or 98, and so I've carried a number of different firearms over the years: Glocks, Sigs, Walthers, Kimbers, different variety of firearms. And this one, as to date, is my very favorite one. With this firearm, because it is the X series, you get the X series frame, which is aesthetically a little bit more pleasing, I think, than the normal series, the normal 320. The texturing on the side of it is pretty aggressive, but not extremely or overly aggressive. Same with the rear strap in the front. You also get the undercut here, the trigger undercut, so that you get a better 3-finger purchase. I have pretty large hands, not overly large, but pretty large hands, and I can get a full grip on this pistol. So it really works well for me. Another thing that comes with the X series is the flat face trigger, which I really like. First flat face trigger I've actually ever had, and I gotta say it is comfortable. I do like it. And you also get the extended beaver tail on this frame. The frame also has a Picatinny rail on it here, where you can mount different accessories. I have on the end of this mounted an Olight Mini 2, which I think is 600 lumen, which works out pretty well. Very bright light, nice compact package here. It's a quick detach on and off like I just showed you. It works really well. As far as the optic is concerned on this firearm, it is the Romeo 1 Pro that is running on this firearm. And this model actually was the RX model, or the RX series of this, and it came with the optic on it. So it came with the optic as well as the suppressor height sights. So they're higher sights, the front and rear, so that it co-witnesses with the optic, and if the optic's battery runs out, I can still see my iron sights and use them because of the higher sights. So this package, minus the light, was, I think I paid like $925 on Gunbroker, plus shipping. So I think I got it at a really great price, because this Romeo Pro usually runs about $400 by itself alone. The Olight Mini, I think I paid $90 for on Gunbroker as well. So, you know, not a bad package here. The magazine that it comes with is a 15-round magazine, and my holster also gives me the option to carry a spare magazine. And this holster was actually advertised and made to be a appendix carry. I don't like appendix carry, so I just carry it on the side hip, and I can access both the weapon and the extra magazine very easily. Okay, so you ask, what do I rotate with this pistol, with the Sig P320x Compact? The gun that I rotate along with this gun is another Sig Sauer pistol, and it is the Sig P365. I love this gun. I usually carry this gun in the summer months more often than I carry this one, because I might be wearing you know, clothing like athletic gear where printing is a bigger issue. And this gun is clear and safe. As you can see, nothing in the chamber, nothing in the magazine, all safe. So like I said, this gun is, to me, a gun that they hit the sweet spot on this one also, because of the size of it and the ability to carry at least 10 rounds of 9mm in this pistol. This gun also comes with tritium sights, steel night sights. I'm not going to do a full review on this gun, because at some point later in time I'm going to do a full review on this gun. But I just wanted you to know that I do use this gun as my secondary gun that I alternate with my primary gun. And when I typically carry that gun, because it's smaller and I'm looking to carry things smaller, I don't carry a knife as big as this ZT 350. It's a little bit large on days that I'm wearing maybe shorts and, you know, a Nike or an Under Armour shirt, a dry fit shirt, where printing's an issue. So I'll carry something a little smaller, like this Benchmade Mini Griptilian, which is a knife that I really love as well. This is a pretty cool knife. It's also an S30 V steel as well. very small, almost half the size, or I'd say maybe 2/3 the size of this ZT. So when I'm looking for something smaller, I usually reach for this. Because I don't run a light on that, on this pistol, which you can, there is a rail, and there are some lights that are made for the 365, but I choose not to run a light on it. Since I don't run a light, oftentimes I will carry a Streamlight USB Mini, which is a pretty cool light. It has 2 settings, low and high, and at the high setting it is I think 250 lumens, and then 100 lumens at the low setting. Rechargeable through USB, which is cool. Has a clip on it, slides right down in your pocket like a knife, and it just kind of disappears. So that's a cool option. So there you have it, folks. That is what I carry in my EDC on a daily basis. Again, I rotate a couple of guns back and forth, but that's generally what I'm carrying on an everyday basis. If you get a chance, maybe leave the firearm or 2 firearms that you generally carry on an everyday basis in the comments. And if you like this video, please smash the like button and subscribe. And like I always say, if you ain't packing, you slacking. I'll see you when I see you.